Now, so in the last session, we have discussed about the merge fields and how to prepare the merge fields in Salesforce. And with the help of the merge fields, how can we include the pre-configured content inside my email template we have discussed, and how to prepare our own letterheads, and how can we include the email content inside the letterhead upon sending the notifications. Yesterday we have discussed that. Now, so today we'll see the one more type of email template, that is custom type. So why should we go for this custom type? What is the use? For example, assume that today I have sent an email notifications to a customer. So that email notification I have sent by making it very attractive look and feel with the help of a letterhead. So I have sent that email notification along with the letterhead. So that letterhead is having some very good images about my organization, my company logos, and some information is available inside that logos, images. So whenever you are sending this email notification to the customer, if the customer is working inside some restricted networks, like if he is working inside a government organization, if he is working in a banking organization or financial organizations or some pharmaceutical organizations, at that time, upon sending that email notification to that customer's email ID, that email may not be delivered. Why? Because is whenever if they're working on some restricted networks, then those networks has been protected through the firewalls. Through the firewall, they can able to protect the network from the unauthorized people, from the hackers, and from the viruses. So we can protect that. Because most of the viruses are attacking because of the downloading or because of the emails. In that emails, you may be having some pictures or some images which contain some virus which will be attacking on your system, which may crash some of your data. So now here in this case, to avoid these kind of problems, when coming to the organization people, if they are working inside the bank or in some government organizations or financial organizations or pharmaceutical organizations, at that time those people are going to be protecting their network through the firewalls. So those firewalls will not be allowing you to send that email notification to that email ID. Even though that email ID is a valid one, but that firewall will prevent you to send that notification. Because here, whenever you are sending some email notification or whenever you are receiving some email notification from that network, so each and every email notification has to be get passed through the firewall itself. So that the firewall will verify whether this email content may be having some content which may harm to our network, which may be having some viruses. It will cross-check that whole information. So in this case, it won't deliver that email notification to that respective email IDs. So in this case, we are losing some communication with my customers. So I am unable to send that email notification to my customers. I can't make a call because he is working inside a restricted network, so mobiles are not allowed inside that network. He has to submit that mobile inside the help desk people. At the reception people itself, they have to submit their mobile, so they can't take that mobile into that organization. In this kind of situation, we are going to be completely losing the communication with the customers. So in this case here, what happened? Instead of making that email content through the letterhead, I want to use another option. I would like to use the custom type of template where I want to send my email notification to my customer without using letterhead. Okay, without using letterhead. Then generally, Previously, we have discussed that we are having the plain text type of template where the whole content will be getting visible in the form of a plain text format, which will be in the form of a plain text format only over here. But to make my email content look like attractive, we have included that content inside that letterhead. But now with the letterhead, I'm having some problems because some of the customers may not be able to receive my emails because of their restricted networks. So in this case, what we can do? In this case, I would like to send the email notification to my customers without using letterhead, but I want to make it look like attractive with the help of some HTML programming. Through the HTML programming, by using some HTML tags, we can able to make that email content look like attractive, and then we can send that email notification to those customers, to whomever you want. So that if you want to add some background colors, you can add. If you want to add some text colors, font, style, everything we can able to do that. We can include some hyperlinks, everything. That flexibility is available to you. So that in this case here, in order to make your email content look like attractive without using letterhead, we are using that custom email template type. Through that custom email template type, we can send the email notifications without using any letterheads. But we can make it look like attractive with the help of the HTML tags. Now, in this case, let me take a scenario. If I'm not using HTML tags, then what will happen? Then how can we send that email notification? By adding some makeup for that email content. We'll see. Now, let's take a small use case. So now, take a sample example. Assume that, let's take a sample requirement. That assume that I'm having the position. So I'm having the position object. So now whenever I'm going to be creating a new position record, by selecting a hiring manager, then automatically that hiring manager person should get the notification that, dear hiring manager person, a new position record has been assigned to you. So please recruit the candidate for the position and close the position as soon as possible based on that milestone date. Then how can we send the email notification to that hiring manager person here? So for that one, I would like to use the email template, which is of type custom type. So let me prepare that email notification. This is what my requirement. Now, configure an email template to notify the hiring manager upon assigning a new position record. A new position record. So this is my requirement here. Now I want to prepare that email subject and the content. Subject of that email, dear hiring manager. So now here in this case I want hiring manager information here. Now let's see. That already we have discussed that during the relationship concept. For example, so this is the position that we have. Assume that I'm creating a position with the name some Java developer. This position I'm going to be assigned to a person here. Like this position is for the Hyderabad location. I'm assigning this position to Sampath Kumar. Sampath Kumar will be the HR person to recruit the candidate for this Java developer position over here. In this case, whenever we are going to be selecting a field, nothing but whenever you are selecting a parent record by using the lookup icon, then what value it will store? Will it store the name of that record or will it store the ID of the record? It will store the ID of the record. But if I am including dear some ID, then how the people can understand? Because every record is having some 18 characters. But I can't remember that 18 characters over here. So now in this case, what I want to do is, I want to include the name. How can we get that name? So now, whenever we are going to be creating a lookup field inside a child object, then that lookup field will be holding the ID of the parent record which you have selected. It will store the ID of that Sampath Kumar record inside this field, but not the name. But internally, Salesforce is creating one more field. That field will be holding the name of this record here, which you have selected. Then what is that field? How can we get it? Now let me show you practically. So now let's try to create an email template over here. So now take any of the type of template, whatever you want. When you go to that Merge Fields tool, here we can select that position object here. Position object fields. Now what field you want to select here, I would like to specify that hiring manager information. So now when you observe this one here when you observe this one, here we are having two fields are available. Hiring manager ID. That means what? Hiring manager ID means what? Which will be holding the ID of that hiring manager which you have assigned this position. Hiring manager field will be holding the name of that person over here. So I want to prepare the Merge field, so that select that hiring manager. Now it is preparing the Merge field. Copy that and paste wherever you want. Now here I am indicating that. Now a new position, I want to give that position name over here. Position _ C dot name has been assigned to you. So this is the subject over here. Suppose if the person, nothing but if I am assigning the position responsibility to some Sampath Kumar, it is indicating, dear Sampath Kumar, a new position, some Java developer has been assigned to you. So please recruit the candidate. So that I am going to be sending that email notification subject. And what will be the content over here? What is that email content? I want to specify, dear hiring manager person, we have few open positions inside our organization. And we have assigned the new position to you. We have assigned a new position to you. Here are the position details. I want to indicate the position details over here. Like as the position ID. I want to show the position name, location, and then position status. I want to indicate the position status and the maximum budget. And the milestone date. And the open date. And then HR person email ID. That means HR email ID. And the position description. And the skills required. All this information I would like to specify. So how can we prepare these Merge fields? Now let me show you practically. Just to go to that, the Merge field tool over here which has been given by Salesforce. Now select that object name here. Select the corresponding field. Automatically Merge field will be getting prepared. It will be placing inside that. Just a copy and paste wherever you want. That's it. Inside my position object, I want to prepare that position ID field. That means the reference ID field here. So I'm selecting the reference ID, copy that Merge field which has been prepared by Salesforce, paste wherever you want. Next one, position name. So now I know these field names over here. Position _ C dot name. And the location value. Position _ C dot location. And the position status. position __ C dot position status. I'm giving the field names and the maximum budget, position __ C and the maximum budget. Open date, position __ C and the open date. And the milestone date, position __ C and the milestone date. And the HR email ID and the position __ C and the HR email ID. Position description, position __ C and the position description. Position __ C and the skills required. So these are the information I have given that. Now, please have a look into the details and close the position on or before the position close date. I want to give that position close date over here. Close date. I want to indicate that this is auto-generated mail. This is an auto-generated email, so please do not reply. I want to indicate that thanks and regards. The currently logged in user information, user dot first name and the user dot last name. And then the talent acquisition team, Sumdell Incorporation. And the contact us +1 800 some 676 7878. Email us careers@sumdell.com. And the visitors, I want to specify http careers.dell.com. Like that here. I want to indicate this. So this is my email subject in the content. I want to indicate the content over here. I'm giving that object name because position is my custom object. So already we have discussed that each and every custom object name will be postfixing with __ C. It may be custom object, it may be custom field, anything. Wherever you go, if it is custom, it will be postfixing with __ C. It's a fundamental blind thumb rule. __ C. C means custom. So position is my custom object which you have created. So now here I am going to be placing that position records hiring manager. That means the HR person to whom this position has been assigned. So that person's name I am going to placing inside this location over here in this place. And then we are going to be indicating we have few open positions inside our organization and we have assigned a new position to you as below. Here are the position details here. Now I'm indicating that all the position information, the position ID I'm going to be displaying over here so that you can able to see that information. Position name, location value, and the position status, and then maximum budget. That means simply object name dot field name. That's it. Suppose if you're feeling difficulty, then that's what I told you here. Just use this magic field tool and generate that magic field here. No need to worry about that. Directly we can able to specify. Now, the open date information I want to show. Milestone date, HR email ID, position description, skills required, everything. And along with that, I'm indicating that please have a look into the position details and then close the position on or before the position close date here. Like that, I'm going to be indicating that. So this is an auto-generated email, so please do not reply. So remaining thing, you are aware of that as it is. Now, this is what the email template I have prepared with the required subject and with the required content. Now let me prepare this email template with the form of the custom type of template. Then observe what will happen, how the content will look like. Now I'm creating a new email template here. Click on classic email templates. Click on new template button. Already you know that text type of template, HTML type of template, you know that. Now we are discussing about custom type. Select that custom type. Click on next. Select the email template folder in which your email template has to be get resides. I want to save into that unified unfiled public classic email templates folder because I want to make my email template to be public, which can be accessible by all the users inside my organization. I want to make my email template can be available for use, so that I'm selecting that checkbox. Now give the email template name here. New position assignment notification template. I'm giving the template name as new position assignment notification template. So I'm assigning a new position record to that person, so that I would like to notify the person that a new position record has been assigned to you. And then the subject. So we have prepared that subject here. Copy the subject and paste the subject inside that subject field. So now we have specified that, dear hiring manager person, a new position has been assigned to you here. This is the position name. Now click on next button. Now specify that email body. Okay, what is that email content here? I'm copying this content. I'm pasting the content inside that. I'm doing some alignments over here. Just the basic alignments I'm doing right now. So these are the basic alignments that I did. Now click on next button. Make it save. Now once you click on save, observe what will happen, how your email template will be getting look like. Click on save. When you come down, how this email template content is looking like to you? This is the format that I have prepared my email content. No, it is looking like as what? Like as a paragraph. So now if I'm sharing this information in the form of a paragraph format, then will the customer will show interest to look into the content? No. He may be able to understand my content, but it will take time to split the content to the multiple lines. But at that time, the people won't show interest. The people won't spend some time to look into my email content. In this case, there are some chances to lose the customers, to lose some business. In this case, what I want to do is, I don't want to send that email content in the paragraph format. I want to send in the correct format itself, so that the people can able to understand the content very easily, and that too my content should be in the human readable format. So I want to make my content to be in the human readable format. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. For that one, whenever we are going to preparing that email content, which is in the form of a custom type of template, so whatever the content that you have prepared, this content will be looking like in the form of a paragraph format by default. So now to avoid these kind of problems, to make your content in the human readable format, to do some makeup for your email content, Salesforce has given the provision to you that we can able to use that HTML programming. Okay, with the help of the HTML programming, we can able to make that email content look like attractive. We can able to use some HTML tags which are available inside that HTML programming. With the help of those HTML tags, we can able to make that content in the human readable format, which will be very, very easy for the people to understand that content over here. So now here in this case, what HTML tags that we are going to be using as part of this? What tags are utilizing inside your Salesforce instance to make that content in the human readable format. So now let's see each and every tag and what is the functionality of the tag, and then how can we use that tag over here. So now here in this case here. So now in this case, in order to use that HTML tags to make that email content look like attractive. In this case here we are using some HTML tags over here. Then what HTML tags that we are going to be using, now let's see practically in this case over here. So now in this case we are using some HTML tags, like the first tag is the break tag. Break tag. So now this break tag is used to, okay, this break tag is used to break the line. That means here, like as a normal enter button, okay, when you go to the keyboard, you will be having an option called as enter button. Enter button is for what? In order to make that, in order to move the cursor to the next line over here. Like the similar way, in order to move your cursor to the next line, we are going to be using that, the break tag over here, which has been given by Salesforce to you. So now with the help of this break tag, we can able to move the cursor to that next line. So that here we can able to split that content to the multiple lines over here. Then how can we use that break tag? We have to use the break tag like this. This is the break tag. Break tag is going to be moving that cursor to the next line over here, so that we can able to divide that content to the multiple lines over here. Now, the next one. The second tag is underline tag. Underline tag. This is called as U. Starting of that U, and then we can write some content here. Write the content, and then by U. That means this is the starting tag, and this is the ending tag. So whatever the content that you have written in between that starting and the ending tag, this content will be getting visible in the underline format. There is an underline will be getting added over here. Next one. Bold tag. So now whatever this is the starting of the bold, this is the ending of that bold tag over here. So whatever the content that you have specified, okay, whatever the content. So whatever the content that you have specified in between that starting and the ending tag, so now that content will be visible to you in the bold format here. Next one, italic tag. Italic tag. So now this is the starting of the italic tag, this is the ending of the italic tag. This is the syntax. Now, so whatever the content that you have written in between that, the starting italic tag and then ending italic tag, this content will be getting visible to you in the form of the italic format. Now, along with that, if you want to use any hyperlinks, so at that time we have to use the anchor tag. Okay, anchor tag we are using for capital is the A starting and then the ending A here. So now whatever the content that you have specified inside this, between this starting and the ending tag, now this content will be getting visible in the form of in anchor link, nothing but like as a hyperlink over here. Anchor tag is especially used to prepare the hyperlinks, so that when the user click on that hyperlink, we can able to redirect the user to a specific page itself. That flexibility is available. So now what information you want to specify here? I would like to specify like some click here. So now that information click here, I want to make it visible like as a hyperlink format over here. So now here in this case, so now whenever once you click on that hyperlink, then which page you would like to redirect the user, nothing but where you want me to navigate. So in this case, to specify that information, there is a property called as href, nothing but the reference. You have to specify the target page URL, nothing but to which page you would like to redirect the user over here. To which page you would like to redirect the user upon click on that hyperlink. So once I click on this hyperlink, to which page you would like to redirect the user, we have to specify that option. Next one, where you want me to open that URL here. So for that we are really having a property called as target property. In that one you will be having an option called as blank. That means what? Whatever the when you click on this hyperlink, that is click here, this URL is going to be opening a separate web page in a blank tab. That means one more tab will be getting open for the browser, and in that blank tab it will open that particular URL over here which was specified. Or else you can able to use underscore new. That means please open a separate browser window. In the browser window we can able to display that information over here. Or else underscore search. That means please like open like as a search box over here. Whatever the target page URL is available, that URL we can able to open in the form of a search functionality over here, like as a search box over here. That flexibility is available. Along with that, if you want to apply any colors for your content, you can use the font tag. Font tag. In this case, we can specify the font tag over here. For this font tag, we can able to specify the color. Okay, you can specify the color over here, like as some red. We can specify that the font color over here. So what color you want to apply for your content, you can specify that font color also. So whatever the color that you want to apply, we can able to specify that font color, and then we can able to specify that by font tag. So now whatever the content that you have specified in between the starting and the ending of that the font tag, here we are writing some content. So now for this content, okay, whatever the font that you have specified, that font will be getting applied over here. So now these are the various tags that we are going to be using as part of our email templates, which are from the HTML tags. So these are the various HTML tags has been given by the HTML programming. Not only this, we have so many tags are available, but all are not using inside our email templates. These are some of the tags that we are utilizing upon preparing that email template over here. So upon preparing that email template, these are some of the HTML tags that we are going to be using in order to make that content look like attractive. Now, in this case here, so now how can we use these tags to divide that content into various lines? Or else, whatever the content that I prepared, the content is getting visible like as a normal paragraph format over here. So how can we divide this content into the various lines? Now let's see practically. So now here, I want to show that the content over here. So now after displaying that information, dear the position hiring manager information, here I want to give that line break, so that I'm using that break tag. Now what this break tag will do, it will move the cursor from this line to next line over here, nothing but in the same line, next line here. But I want to move that cursor to the one more next line, so that here one more break tag I'm using that. Because here I have given a completely one line space, I have given that. The first break tag is going to be moving the cursor to the next line, and from there I'm going to be moving to the next line over here, because to give one line, complete line space over here. After that, here also I want to give the 2 line breaks over here, because I am giving complete 1 line break. Here also I want to give that similar 2 line break tags, and after that here I am giving that break tag over here, and then here also a break tag, and then here also a break tag, because I want to move the cursor to the next line immediately here, so that I have given that break tag, and then I have given that break tag here. I'm giving one more break tag. Here also I have given that break tag. So I'm giving the break tags over here. Here I'm giving one more break tag because I want to give you a line space. And then here I'm giving the 2 break tags over here, because I want to give a line break completely here also. Like the similar way, here also I'm giving that 2 break tags. Here I'm giving a break tag because I want to move the cursor to the next line only over here. So here also I'm giving 1 break tag. Here one more. Here one more. Like that here I'm going to be indicating the break tags over here. Like that here I'm going to be indicating the break tags in order to move the content to the various lines, so that the people can able to read my content very easily, which is in the human readable format. So now here in this case, along with that, whatever the hiring manager name is available, this hiring manager name I want to display in the form of a bold format. Then how can we use that in the form of a bold format? Now let's see practically in this case. For that one, this HTML tag, nothing but here I would like to display the content in the form of a bold format, so that I'm using that bold tag. We have the starting of the tag and we have the ending of the tag over here. So between this starting and ending, whatever the tag, nothing but whatever the information that I'm going to display, that information has to be get visible in the form of a bold format over here. The next one. And then after that, so here this position ID I want to make it visible in the bold format. So I'm indicating in the bold format. It has to be bold format, tag has to be closed. Position name, I'm indicating with the bold format, and along with that I'm closing that bold tag. Here this position name I want to assign, I want to display in the form of a green color, so that I'm using that font tag. Font, okay, I want to use the font color over here, so that here I'm going to be indicating that the color equals to green. Color equals to green, and then here I'm specifying that face. Font face equals to Verdana. I'm giving that Verdana font over here. If you want to give any size, then you can give that size also. Size equals to some 3. I'm giving some size 3 here. So this is the font tag I'm going to apply over here in order to apply some font over here, and then close that font tag. Okay. So now in between that font tags, whatever the content that you are written, nothing but I'm displaying the position name. It has to be get visible in the form of a green color over here, and which will be displayed in the form of a style for font, like as a font name that is called as the Verdana, and the size should be 3. Location here, or as the position status. Position status I want to make it in the italic format. I'm starting that italic, I'm ending that italic tag over here. And the maximum budget I want to display in the bold format. By bold. And the milestone date. Okay, the milestone date I want to show in the red color over here. So I'm indicating in the bold format. Here the starting of the bold, is ending of the bold. Now I want to apply the font color as well here because milestone it is the target date. So now I'm specifying the font color equals to red. Okay, font color equals to red. So I'm closing this tag over here by font. Next one here. I want to give that thanks and regards in the bold format. Is the starting of the bold, is the ending of the bold. And then the first name and the last name should be visible in the form of a italic format. So I'm closing this italic tag. And the Dell incorporation I want to display in the bold format. And by bold. So this is the content I want to make it visible here. So that in order to make my content will be in the human readable format, I'm using some HTML tags which has been given by Salesforce to me. So now let's copy this content now. Now here instead of using this one, modify this content here. Click on edit HTML version button to modify that content whatever we have prepared. I'm removing this the previous content, I'm placing the new content which I have prepared. So now here I'm specifying that I'm doing some alignments over here. Now make it save. Now observe what will happen in this case. Now click on save. Now let's see, observe this one. In this case, what will happen here? Now it is indicating that the content will be in the human readable format. Okay, the content is in the human readable format. The content is visible to you. So now it is indicating dear position hiring manager name. That means hiring manager name is in the bold format here. We have few open positions inside our organization, and then we have assigned the new position to you. Here is the position ID, position name I have applied for that font here. The font and the font name, this is in the Verdana font. So let me decrease that size over here. Click on edit HTML version. I'm making that the size equals to 2. So that will display like as a normal content here. Now the size is correct right now. And then I'm indicating that position status, maximum budget in the bold format, milestone date in the red color over here. Like that I'm displaying this content over here. This is what the content I would like to use to send a notification to my customers here, which is in the form of the HTML type of content. Now, so once the content is ready, then how can we send this email notification to my customers? You know that process remaining same. So now click on send it test and verify Mejji fields button, and then select a position record, okay, to whom you want to send the notification. Before that, let me log in into my Gmail account over here so that I can able to check that practical part. Now, let's click on send it test and verify Mejji fields button. Select that object as position because I'm going to be including the position record information inside my template. So select any one of the position whatever we have. I'm selecting the position like as some SFDC administrator position. Select the checkbox send email preview to, and then give the email ID to whom you want to give the copy of your email content over here. To whom you want to send this email notification content, just you can specify that email ID, click on OK button. Then automatically, whatever the subject and the content that you have specified, with those details, it will send an email notification to the person over here. So now here it is indicating that dear, the value is empty. Why? Because yes, there is no hiring manager for that record here. Let me open that. Go to the position record, let's verify. See, so for this one, there is no hiring managers right now. Hiring manager is available for how many records? QTP test lead and the SFD is the administrator over here. So now here I'm going to be selecting one of the hiring manager, some Abhishek. So now for the SFD's administrator, we are having that hiring manager, QTP test lead also. Let me select that QTP test lead position so we can able to send all the email notification, all the whole content here. So now I'm selecting that object as position. Select that position record, that is QTP test lead, and then I want to send the email copy to my email ID here. So click on OK button. Now it will send an email notification to that person over here. So this position has been assigned to whom? Let me cross check that. QTP test lead position has been assigned to the Abhishek P. Now let's go to that. The email content we have received that, dear Abhishek P. Now that person name, nothing but the hiring manager name, we have collected that. Dear Abhishek P. So now a new position, that is QTP test lead, has been assigned to you. It is indicating that. Position ID, this is the position ID. Here is the position name and the location and the position status and the maximum budget, open date and the milestone date, and the whole information is available. So this is how we can able to send the email notification to the people by using that custom type of email template, and where we can able to apply your own styles with the help of that HTML content. Now, sometimes, for example, assume that this position has been assigned to the person Abhishek P. So Abhishek P has got an email notification that a new position has been assigned to him. So in this case, he want to see that complete details of the position. Here I have mentioned only some details of the position here. Only some of the details of that position record I have mentioned over here. Now he wants to see that whole position record. So for that one, he has to go to that Salesforce application. He has to search for that position record, and then he has to open the record, and then he can go through that information. But there is a lot of navigation processes available. So, but now what I want to do is, I don't want to make that hiring manager to search for the record manually by logging into the Salesforce application. Inside my email notification itself, I want to prepare a hyperlink. When the user click on that hyperlink, automatically that record has to be get opened. I want to do like that. Like for example, previously I got some email notification from the organizations over here. Like from Amulyam, we have received a hyperlink over here. It is indicating the hyperlink over here. So now once I click on this hyperlink, then what will happen in this case? Once I click on this hyperlink, it will open a separate tab over here. In that tab, it is displaying some jokes information or some information about that Amulyam organization, what exactly it is, what they are going to do. All this information will be getting visible to you. So now here in this case here, I want to open that position record directly. Okay, I want to open that position record directly over here. Now, in this case, inside my email template, I would like to include that information. So that here, what I'm going to do is, here I'm indicating that. Here I'm indicating that. Please click on this link to open the position record. To open the position record. Here I'm indicating the anchor link over here. Anchor tag by anchor tag. Here I'm indicating that. Click here to view. So now in this case here, we need to get that URL of that record here. Which record? The selected record. How can we get that record's information? Now let me show you practically. For example, this is the position record here, like as QTP test lead. How do you know what is the URL of this one? In the URL here, this is the URL is available. If you know this URL, can you open the position record, right? Yes. If you want to open a website, first of all, you know that website name. That means the URL, you need that. Like at www.somegmail.com or salesforce.com or tcs.com, whatever. We should aware of that URL of that application, then only we can redirect the user. Like the similar way, how can we get this particular records detail page URL? So now the record I have selected over here. Now whatever the record you may select, not only this one, whatever the record you have selected, that records detail page URL I want to get this detail page URL. How can we get the detail page URL of my record? For that one, Salesforce is providing a field called as a detail field. Okay, detail is a standard field which has been given by Salesforce over here. So that I'm indicating that href equals to, I'm indicating the position records detail page. Position underscore underscore c dot detail. Sorry, the link field. Link is the standard field in Salesforce, but the field label is the detail link. Now link is a column inside my position table which has been given by Salesforce. It's not our column. Salesforce is providing this column by default in every object which will be holding the detail page URL of that record here. Next one. I want to open this URL inside a separated tab. So that here I'm indicating the target property equals to underscore blank. Please open that URL inside a separate blank tab over here, blank page. And then here I'm going to be indicating this content will be visible in the form of the bold format. I'm specifying the form of bold format. Here I'm giving that the 2 break tags, so that we can move the cursor to that next lines over here. So the content I'm going to be making it, adding inside my email template. So copy this content, go to your email template, click on edit HTML version. Now here I'm placing that content over here. Here's the content. Now let's save this one. See how it will look like right now. Now it is indicating like this here, one more hyperlink. Please click on this link to open the position record. Here it is looking like as a click here to view. It won't display the URL, just it will display like as click here to view. Once you click on that, it will open that URL over here. Now, let me test this one. Click on this send test and verify merge fields button. So now I'm selecting that object as position. I'm selecting any one of the position record over here. Whose information you want to include inside that template over here. I'm selecting QTP test lead. Now I'm giving my email ID over here. Click on OK. Now it will send that email notification to your email ID. Dear Abhishek P. Now it is indicating that. Click on that link. Now it is indicating that Dear Abhishek P, a new position has been assigned to you. Along with that, it is providing a hyperlink also to you. Once you click on this hyperlink, automatically that position record will be getting open to you. That is called as QTP test lead. The position record will be getting opened automatically by default, so that no need to open the record manually by that HR person. Once you click on that link inside his email, automatically that record has to be get opened. So now here in this case, let me test with one more record. Click on send a test and verify merge fields button. I'm going to be selecting that position object. Select that system administrator position. So now here I'm indicating this. I'm giving my email ID. Click on OK. Now automatically it will send that email notification. So but here there is no content is available over here, even though whatever it might be. So now it has sent that email notification. A new position has been getting assigned over here. So we can see that position information inside that. Once you click on the hyperlink, it will be opening that position, that is SFDC administrator. For example, for the second position, I'm giving the name like this here. SFDC administrator, administrators. Now, let me test with this one. Click on send a test and verify merge fields. Select the object as position. I'm selecting that position object SFDC administrators, and then test that functionality here. Now it will send the email notification with the position record which was selected. Here Abhishek P, the new position SFDC administrators has been assigned to you. This is the position record information is available. Once you click on this hyperlink, automatically that SFDC administrator's position has been getting open for you, so that you can see that whole information inside that. Like this, we can able to prepare your own custom email template type, and along with that, we can able to include the hyperlinks also inside your email template. So this is what the concept of email templates in Salesforce. Okay. Now, so in tomorrow's session, we'll see the concept of security features. So what exactly the security features? What is the use? How to configure the security features? What is the agenda of security features? We'll see in tomorrow's session. Security is a bit lengthy topic. Okay. So that concept is more important, and then practice is more important for security.